everybody. It's Sunday afternoon. Puts is in here getting a bath from a calf that she probably helped to dry off when it was first born. I don't know if the lighting is the best in here, but that calf was licking her. So Ed has some information he wanted to give you. So he's going to do a hands-on video of what he looks for when he thinks there's a sick calf.
Well, as you all know that followed the blog the other day, found a heifer that was across the road with the other heifers that when I first looked I wasn't satisfied, and I call them my own moments. I observed something that I wasn't sure of, so I wanted to get hands-on, see if I could figure out what the problem was.
He amazes me. O-H. Wow.
So when we went and got some grain, threw a halter on her, which was no problem. And then I go through and I do a ton of different things. First of all, just the way she was walking. Her head was down. She just didn't have the get up and go that the other one. And
this is not the heifer, by the way. This is
she's out there,
a healthy heifer.
But I did the test for hardware, which is I grab them right here and I squeeze. If they go down, that means that there's nothing bothering them below. But if like with that heifer I did that was sick, when I squeezed there, she wouldn't move. She stayed right there. Because what happens is they eat a piece of hardware, a screw, a nail, off one of the wagons that you feed them with, and it goes down in their stomach in here, and their diaphragm between their stomach and front lungs is pretty much in this here. Where are we going? Where are we going? In this general area behind the front legs. Well, that piece of wire or whatever has moved its way up, and it actually punctures that diaphragm. And so we thought the best thing to do first is to put a magnet in. Now here's what the magnets look like. They come different sizes and shapes. These are the ones I use. How I test for them, when the guy comes and I want to buy magnets off from him, I take them and I find whichever ones I can put one on either side of my hand, and the farther I can slide it up my hand without holding it, that shows to me it has more power than the other ones. So these particular magnets were the ones I found that were on the truck that we buy stuff from, that went up the farthest on my hand and stayed there. So we took what we call a ball and gun. And these are made so that they're all made out of aluminum, so that you won't have to worry about it. We take the animal and we put this down their throat, and then just put the magnet in the stomach. It'll stay being heavier down near the bottom, and eventually, if everything works right, it draws that piece of foreign wire, whatever, back away from their heart-lung area, where it could be puncturing in through and doing something to it, and takes that pressure off. And so then they don't look like they're walking on eggshells. They have the normal gait to them. They eat better and all around just look better and feel better. Now the other thing we did with her is I looked at her eyes, and I was very sure she was sort of dehydrated. And then we do the same thing with a cow that they do to you if you were in the hospital and they says, oh, we're dehydrated. We'll lay the cow down, we didn't have to. She laid down on her own after she was in there for a while. We put a halter on them, and when they're laying down, and then you tie their head to their back leg as they're in the laying position. I don't see anybody in here. Yeah, right up there in one of the pens, one of these calves is laying down. You could see where we were just swinging the head back to her back leg. Well, she wants to get up, so Barnaby will stand there. So that'll expose the side of their neck, and we take the big vein, we just intravenous a bag of actually the same stuff, looks just like what you'd get in the hospital.
Lactated ringers.
And that has electrolytes and minerals and all kinds of goodies in it for them. And then she's been doing better. She's getting up and down. I think she has had possibly bummed up her back leg a little bit from tipping over or just being a little bit flu-like. Otherwise, she's doing good.
This calf is in heat today, and she's got a really loud beller, but she's not quite big enough yet to breed, so.
But that gives you a little synopsis of what we do to when we find somebody that we don't think is doing right. And hopefully that'll answer, had a couple of questions about it. And the magnet will stay in the animal for the rest of their life and hopefully do good for her and never have any troubles from here on.
Do they ever pass a magnet?
Not that I've ever heard. Well, that's a good question, though. I'm going to ask a veterinary that, because I've never heard of it.
Never happened to see one in any manure anymore.
I know that they've done projects at slaughterhouses where they have taken cows that had something wrong with them, that the meats weren't going to pass, and I've seen some of the buckets and the stuff that's in it, and it looks, well, if you've ever seen National Geographic or something, when they do it with great white sharks and all that, and all that type of thing, the rims and plates, well, it was the same type of thing. There was all kinds of stuff in them, but it was just, smaller size. You didn't have a whole license plate, you just had the corner, for example. But hopefully that straightens things out for people and gives them an idea of what we look for. And one of the ways we are always trying to take care of our animals. Everybody have a good one, and we'll see you later.
I'm gonna walk out here and see if the heifer's standing up or not. She's just outside here in a boxed off. And she is. She's standing up. Hi, pretty girl. Not good lighting out here either, I'm afraid. Sorry, folks. But she is standing up, and she's chewing her cud, which is a good thing. So, hopefully she's on the mend. Have a good night, everybody.